How are you?
I'm fine.
So who does your hair for you?
I go to salon.
Hey! Where's the salon?
It's a far place.
It's a fireplace. So who have been choosing the hairstyle?
Me.
Hey! So when was the last time you were in the salon?
Sunday.
Sunday. So when are you going back to the salon? Yeah.
I don't know.
Or another one that you decide.
Yes.
My name is John Dzido, and I am the proud father of 2 children living with sickle cell disease. My first child, Caleb Dzido, was born in 2008 and had his first stroke in 2011, June 10th, when he was 3 years, 4 days old.
Like most first-time fathers, Mr. John Dzido was excited when his son, Caleb, was born in 2008. He was also happy that his first child was a boy and couldn't wait for him to grow up, so they embarked on boys' adventures.
I was happy. It is every man's joy to have his first child, a son. So I was very happy when he came, looking very handsome. I felt the whole world had been given to me.
This joy, however, was short-lived. When at 18 months, Caleb was diagnosed of sickle cell anemia, the most common and severe type of sickle cell disease. Mr. Dzido explained that he and his ex-wife did not know their sickle cell genotype until their children were diagnosed with sickle cell disease. Unknown to them, while he was a carrier, his partner had lived all her life with an undiagnosed sickle cell disease.
He complained of headache after school one evening, and we rushed him to the hospital, but precisely La General Hospital, around 2 thereabout. We didn't get prompt attention from the medical team, so we had to rush him to Family Health Hospital at Teshi, where he was admitted straight to emergency room. We stayed there for 3 days. And on the 3rd day, I prompted the doctor who came to review him that since we came, the left arm had always been down. It was then that they requested for blood and for him to be transfused, and later on were referred to Kolebu Teaching Hospital. So it was at Kolebu Hospital that the doctors told us that he had suffered from a stroke.
Mr. Dzido, who has been his primary caregiver since his diagnosis, has spent the last 14 years in and out of hospitals with Caleb, while Caleb fights for his life through different treatments, procedures, and medications.
And since then, he's been having repeated strokes, accompanied by seizures, and which has left him with significant cognitive and motor impairment. So Caleb has, for the past 14 years, he's been in and out of hospitals, and I have been his primary caregiver all these years. The bond that I have or share with Caleb is one that is very deep. Right from the day he was born, we click so well. Everything that, if I would say, my joy revolves around him. And so it's been very difficult for me to find him in this situation. So since the day he was born, or let me say after 6 months when he started showing signs of dactylitis, I've been the one taking him to almost all the hospitals. So somewhere along the line, the mother and I had to go our separate ways. Because I have been the one taking him to all his medical reviews, I know more about his condition, and the doctors do know me well. So when the mom and I had to go our separate ways, we have 2 children. The girl also has the condition, so she decided to go with the girl, and then the family said no. Since the brother is with me, she had to stay. And so that is how come the 2 are with me.
When the Merrill team visited their home in Accra last Tuesday, Caleb was lying supine on a student's mattress in their living room. Occasionally, he is assisted by either his father or his little sister and their stepmother Mabel to sit in a wheelchair. Due to his condition, he has to be supported with a chest strap so he can sit well.
You have to do everything for him. You feed him. Before I go out, I have to make sure he has eased himself. I give him his medications, and these are the tough ones that I do myself. The rest, the sister or mother are able to help. If he wants to wee-wee, he will call you. He's able to talk. The only problem he has is the mobility. He has weakness in all four limbs, and he's had several surgical interventions, especially on the hip. And so sometimes they find it difficult to handle him because there is an implant on the left side on the right side of the tire, and which you can feel from outside. So they feel that if they don't handle him well, they may end up hurting him. So before I go out, I make sure I do things that they cannot do before I leave the house. It's been a very difficult journey, combining work with hospital visits, all geared toward making sure that Caleb survives. Because he didn't bring himself into this world, I brought him into the world. And I'm not sure if he understands why he's like this. So I have to be there to hold his hand to make sure that he survives. I've been on and off job. Today you are there, tomorrow you are laid off. You have to come back and start all over again. So that is how life has been. The first job, I was working with one of the telecom companies, then as a contract staff. Then I was laid off. I had to go and work with another company after my service. They extended my contract for me for 6 months. And after the 6 months, the contract wasn't renewed. Then my last job was with the Sickle Cell Foundation of Ghana. I was employed between 2000 and 2003. When the founder passed away, it affected the operations of the foundation, and we were laid off again in June 2023. It has been very difficult getting money. You know, everything about sickle cell is money. You have to buy this medicine, buy that medicine, and all that. So sometimes I get support from family and friends, and I do a lot of buy and sell too, since I cannot do full-time office work now.
His meager income from occasional online sales is not enough to support his family and cater for Caleb's condition. His wife, Mabel, supports the family with proceeds from the sale of abelewos, but that is also not enough. With their rent almost due, he spends most of his time moving from companies and suppliers, hoping to get goods on credit to sell. Aside from Caleb, their second child, a girl, also lives with the disease, but she has not experienced any crisis or suffered any of the conditions Caleb continues to navigate. Stephanie, 13, supports her father in caring for her brother and also reads her storybooks and shares her school activities with him. Mr. Dzido is an advocate for sickle cell disease. He shares his family's predicament, hoping that others, especially young people, will know their genotype before deciding to have children.
Sickle cell disease is a lifelong condition. And for you to have a healthier family, you need to test. So when you are in love, you test so that you don't burden the unborn child. So What I would have done differently is to make sure I marry a compatible partner, which involves me testing to know my genotype and my will-be partner. Until we are compatible, I will never even try exchanging contact with that lady. Because I thought we were both healthy, and unfortunately, sickle cell is not written on foreheads that this person is a carrier or sickle cell. No, we didn't know. We both looked healthy until the condition expressed itself in our children.
Caleb's condition is complicated and requires many treatment procedures as well as specialized home care, and his father is dedicated to ensuring that he gives him the best care possible.
Our main challenge has to do with money, because everything about sickle cell disease revolves around money. You have to buy this, you have to buy that. The range of his medications cost between 30 cedis to 44,000. 44,000 Ghana cedis for the prescribed Dysport injections that he needs to be able to relax his muscles. This orthopedic plate was embedded in Caleb's skin in 2016 but failed to provide the desired result and had to go back to the theater for another operation. The cost of this plate alone is about 23,000 Ghana cedis. So we are reaching out to everyone to support this, to provide the care that Caleb needs to be able to survive and thrive. He was my best friend until he found himself in this condition. But the condition too has not affected our bond. We are still together, and I have promised to be there for him, hold his hand until he becomes functionally independent. So that has been our journey for the past 14 years. Very difficult, but yet rewarding.
And please, God bless you.
You're welcome.